Well, hi everyone. My name is Shannon Cox, and I wanted to start this presentation off by having all of you picture this. You're a freshman going into your first semester of college. It's an exciting time for you, a time for you to meet new people, experience new things, and try to figure out what you want to do for the rest of your life. So you take classes, you go to parties, and you try to get involved in as much as possible to make the next 4 years as memorable as they possibly can be. However, you slowly start to realize that in trying to balance all of these responsibilities within just 24 hours, it feels nearly impossible to do so. So you cut back on sleep because, hey, if I stay up later at night and hang out with my friends or finish schoolwork or even wake up earlier in the morning to do so, I can achieve everything I want to in a day without having to forfeit anything. Well, this story is a direct reflection of my sleeping habits in college. And what I didn't realize at the time was that in not getting an adequate amount of sleep every night, I actually was forfeiting something. I was forfeiting my mental health. This is because of lack of sleep can actually skew our ability to regulate emotions, and this can lead to mental health conditions such as anxiety, depression, bipolar disorder, and even schizophrenia. And there's an extensive amount of research about that supports the close connection between sleep and mental health. For example, one study of 979 individuals in Michigan found that sleep deprivation can actually lead to depression within 3 years of your sleep deprivation starting. Another study in Norway found that even delaying going to sleep for 2 hours can actually stifle positive emotions such as joy, enthusiasm, and fulfillment. And the consecutive days that we continue not to receive at least 7 to 9 hours of sleep, we're more likely to emit negative emotions like tiredness, laziness, or lack of motivation. And as scary as this sounds, this became a cycle for me throughout college, and it ultimately led to my anxiety diagnosis. When I had not been getting enough sleep at night, it ultimately caused me to be tired, and I had trouble focusing in class or in conversations with my friends. And then I would start to worry, why am I not able to focus? Why do I not feel myself? Or why am I not feeling myself? And this led me to lose even more sleep at night. And although I've used my college sleeping habits as an example that led to my sleep deprivation varies in everyone. And stressors that can cause your lack of sleep can vary among individuals. So, whereas for me, it was school, for other people, it could be work or personal life scenarios that are causing this lack of sleep. Now, although I can't see you, by a show of hands, who can confidently say that they receive 7 to 9 hours of sleep every day, 365 days a year? I know a lot of you, this is extremely hard to do. And but just if any of you would be willing to shout this out, what are some habits of yours that, cause you to not be able to get enough sleep at night? If I could at least have three people shout out some of these habits.
Addiction to coffee.
That's a good one. And any others?
Having your laptop in your bed.
Another great one that we'll talk about later.
The idea of only one more episode when you're streaming Netflix.
Exactly, binging. I feel like all of us, especially with Netflix having so much good stuff that's put on there now, it's hard not to, want to watch another episode of The Crown and things like that. And it's actually extremely normal for most individuals in the United States not to get adequate amounts of sleep. Specifically, 26% of adults report that they sleep less than 6 hours every night. And these statistics are, unsettling because the CDC recommends that we at least get 7 to 9 hours of sleep every single night. So, after reading these alarming statistics, how do we break this vicious cycle? How do we help us help ourselves to get better sleep at night? We can do so by learning and practicing what researchers and I like to call good sleep hygiene. So, we can start having good sleep hygiene by actually limiting the amount of naps that we take during the day so that our body's internal clock is likely to be tired at the time that we need to go to sleep at night. Now, I know it's easy for all of us when we're feeling, like we've hit that wall during the middle of the day to just take a quick little 30 to maybe an hour nap, but it's actually going to harm your ability to be able to fall back asleep at night when you need to. So you're just going to consistently get into the cycle of where you're going to be falling asleep later than you should. So you can limit your naps by after you make your bed in the morning, try avoiding your bed for the rest of the day. Try to not do work in your bed. Try not to eat in your bed or do anything that could possibly tempt you to roll over and try to catch some Z's before class. we want to limit, as one of you pointed out, our intake on specific substances such as caffeine, alcohol, and nicotine, especially right before bed. Now, I know when you get home from work or from school at the end of the night, sometimes you want a glass of wine, sometimes you want a beer to just feel like you can relax from after having a long day. And many of us believe that, having that glass of wine actually makes you feel a little bit sleepy, but these substances make it harder for you to achieve REM sleep and the type of deep sleep that you need in order to feel fully rested for the next day. So you want to try to limit these substances, especially right before you're going to sleep. Additionally, we need to limit our technology use. Another, you pointed that out. It's hard not to, want to watch another episode late at night, or even if it's not even entertainment related, we live in, a COVID society where we're constantly doing work from remotely and from our computers. So sometimes at night, we want to answer those late night work emails, but there's a time and a place for you to put your laptop away, put your phone away so that you don't have any distractions and that you can fall asleep when you should be falling asleep. So try keeping your laptop and your phone on the other side of the room so you're not tempted to look at the notification that you just got. And lastly, and most importantly for myself, the power of saying no helped me tremendously on my journey to getting my sleep back on track. I lost so much because I had taken on an unreasonable amount of responsibilities that I felt like I had to stay up till 3, 4 o'clock in the morning and wake up for an 8 o'clock class so that I could get my work done, prepare for midterms, or even just like if I wanted to hang out with my friends because I didn't want to have like that fear of FOMO because they were hanging out in the common area at 1 or 2 in the morning. So it wasn't until I set boundaries for myself and my time that I was able to curate a schedule for myself that incorporated sleep. So I urge you guys, when you're making your daily checklists or when you are making schedules for yourself, it's easy to just, focus on checking off the errands, checking off the work, but make sure you're checking off that you're getting at least, 7 to 9 hours of sleep every night, because this can truly affect your mental health and the ability to be able to check off everything else on your list, because you're not going to be able to focus on doing everything else you want in life or live a full life if you're constantly exhausted, and it's going to affect your mental health as well. So I'd like to leave you with a quote that was written by William Shakespeare over 400 years ago, but is still so applicable to today. And William Shakespeare refers to sleep as nature's soft nurse. Through my presentation today, I hope I was able to depict the healing power of nature's soft nurse on us and our mental health. Thank you so much.